Hey, it's 7 grains of salt. Your DNA may forever change. Well, that's at least what I read in here. Warning, DNA-based vaccines are straight ahead. New vaccines are in our future that will literally change your DNA. And when researching, I found a lot of information. So, should you or shouldn't you get a flu shot? Well, just watch and listen, and then you can decide afterwards.
It was vaccines.
Kid.
Line up, kids.
Human cells.
Thimerosal.
Aluminum in your brain. Formaldehyde.
Adverse reaction.
Monkey cells in your brain.
Well, I'm sure you've seen advertisement like these all over the place, and it's getting you to be aware of the flu shot. Be a flu fighter. Stop the influenza. Get the flu shot here, everywhere. But let's hear a different view.
Last month, a Senate subcommittee headed by Abraham Ribicoff charged that the federal government wasn't doing a good enough job of informing the public about ineffective vaccines.
Scientists at the Division of Biologic Standards test vaccines for their potency and safety before licensing them for public use. However, the division does not determine the effectiveness of the vaccine. That is left to the manufacturers. A case in point is the influenza vaccine. 4 scientists in charge of work on the flu vaccine during the 1960s found it to be ineffective, said they refused to give it to their own families. 2 were transferred to other work. A 3rd left the division.
Which is, vaccination with Fluzone high-dose vaccine may not protect all people who receive the vaccine, so there's a good chance you're shooting yourself up with all this crap, and it's not even going to do anything to help you. Then they go on.
So, as you heard, you don't even know if they're going to work. There's so many strains out there, it's, in my opinion, safer just to get the regular flu than to go and get a flu shot. But as we know, if anyone has researched it before, it's all about money. It's all about big pharma making money. But don't take my word for it. That's just a quick opinion that I've looked into. But I have family and friends who are wanting to go and get the flu shot again. So I really think you should look at what's in it. Trivalent flu vaccine. Well, it only has a few A strains and 2 B strains that they're protecting you from. And this has H1N1, H3N2, and a B strain. Then we look at the QIV and the TIV vaccine, trivalent and quadrivalent. And what's in them is unbelievable. They extract protein from inside of you to get this to go through. And then it has cleaning agents. And the most interesting of them all is thimerosal, which is a compound that's in antifungal agents. It was banned from EU because of situations that arose years back. But let's hear an expert's opinion.
Basically, they're taking aborted human fetal cells that are cancerous and they are putting it into your vaccine. MRC5 cell line is a genetically modified cell line, but this is nothing new. That's in the insert. This is why we have cancer and autoimmune, folks. It's very important not to fall into any of the cancer vaccine scams. Vaccines are bioweapons, and the ones that contain MRC5 cell line, I don't inject vaccines into myself because I know the truth about vaccines. I know what's in them. They are bioweapons, and my new term is medical sorcery. It's vaccine sorcery. This is witchcraft, okay? This is basically people doing dark things in dark labs, and the truth has always been there, but it's been suppressed.
I highly suggest watching that whole video, and I'll add the link below. So the MRC cell line, this is basically what they have been doing. They've been giving, this is a normal human genome, and they've been giving us these vaccines, and this is what now we're starting to look like instead of this. It's unbelievable. This is also in the MMR, the measles, mumps, and rubella, which I've also given to my kids. I've had also given to me. Yeah. This means that it has something that is continuously dividing itself, and it means it's tumorous, and that means it's cancerous. And she mentions in there human diploids. There's 2 of them when I looked into it. It's a WI38 and an MRC5. I'll add all the links in the videos that I have, but there's a lot of information out there if you just begin to look. And what I found in the measles was also that it had the WI38. So it has the human cell line in there. So tissue from a fetus. Wow.
Involving the relationship between the leaders of the division and their scientists involves the adenovirus vaccine, a vaccine given to thousands of American soldiers to prevent certain cold-like symptoms. When it was shown that the vaccine contained a contaminant which caused cancer in laboratory animals, it was taken off the market.
Did you hear that? Let's play it again.
That the vaccine contained a contaminant which caused cancer.
Did you hear that? They admitted that these vaccines have a cancer-causing agent. They knew about it, and the government sat on this information.
But that was 3 years after the division's own scientists had pointed out the danger.
It was more important to use the vaccines than to take them off the market and remove the agent.
And they were...
So they can't even prove to you that this crap works. They don't even have any data showing that this...
Yeah, so they can't even prove that this works. That's the point. Wow. So big pharma, and it's causing many things, such as autism and a lot of other things. Oh my. And I gave this to my kids. I don't take and haven't taken the flu shot in years. I found that it caused more harm to me than it did good. And I hope that's what you're getting out of this. And don't think that Trump is going to be on your side on this, because don't you remember that he wanted to sign an executive order on forcing this flu shot? Let's look. There you have it. Executive order. President Trump signed an executive order modernizing influenza vaccine in the United States to promote national security and public health, describing mass use of influenza vaccines. I'll add the link. But let's look at one other gentleman who also discusses
the quote, effective at the stroke of midnight as of today, anyone who is under 18 years of age and unvaccinated against the measles will be barred from public places until this declaration expires in 30 days or until they receive the MMR vaccination. What? Forced vaccinations.
Do you remember that? When they were telling everyone that they could not even be out in public if they weren't taking the vaccination of the measles, I believe it was. Yeah, judge upholds mandatory measles vaccination. That's where it's going to come to. You're not going to be allowed to be in public or go to school if you're not taking these. Wow. And to my family and friends here in Finland, don't think that THL is not also influenced. When researching, they are joined with GSK. That's their manufacturing company for pandemics. And who started this company? Sir Henry Solomon Wellcome. Mr. Wellcome was a Freemason, and I found that information on a Freemason site. Yeah. THL works hand in hand with the UN, EU, WHO, GSK, DG Sanko, ECDC, and many others. So, wow, all I can say is research.
Genesis. And that's why it's very important when they list who begat who. Why would you name all of that in the lineage? Why is it so important about a bloodline in the blood? Because of the tampering of what's going on. That's why I had to start over with Noah again, because animals, humanity, everything was being tampered with because of what was going on in the days of Noah. Jesus Christ will have to return to break that up again. And look where we're going. Everything that I've shown, the tampering, GMO foods, I hadn't even touched it. The chemtrails in the sky. All of the conspiracy theories that people thought were conspiracy are not conspiracies, are they? If you look at human history, dig to reveal the roots of technology, dig to separate truth from mythology, dig to unveil a modern day mystery. This could change the course of human.
I was even going to go into the Georgia Guidestones and how they want less than 500 million people alive. But it seems that this video has gone on too long, and I'm sure that people are, well, I'm hoping they've watched to the end, but maybe we'll touch on this again another time about the Georgia Guidestones. But anyway, know and understand that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Ignorance is not bliss, by the way. We need to learn every day and understand that evil is out there. And our only hope is in Christ, in Jesus. God bless. Stay vigilant.